All right, I'm back again. I do have, right quick, I just want to let you know this is not food. I shave with a straight razor, and the blade was a little on the dull side, and it got me a few times. But I'm coming. I need some advice, and this is work related. I don't typically post stuff about work, but this says is weighing heavily on me, and has been for the last few weeks. What happened Friday was kind of like the last straw. It's middle of April, and since the middle of July, it's just been me and my manager. I've been doing the most of the work. I've been the only one taking calls, and you know, probably 80% of the work has been me, if not more. Now, a couple months ago, they announced someone eventually will get transferred over to help out, but that's depending on if they can ever find someone to replace him in his current job. A couple weeks ago, my manager and my manager's manager took the guy that's transferring over out for lunch. Now, at no point in time in the past 9, 10 months have they done anything like that to me. Not even offered. I don't really care about that crap. It's just been really nice to, if they had offered, said, no, thank you. I would have been okay with that. But no such thing happened. And the fact that they went and they did that to him, that just kind of set wrong with me. I don't know of them ever doing anything like that to anyone. It just strikes me as a bit odd. But I was willing to let that go until Friday. They've been in meetings all week. And who else has been involved in these meetings? I don't know. I just know that my manager's manager, and others have been in meetings to discuss goals for 2026. And Friday, they made mine known to me. As I've mentioned before, I'm kind of like the final boss in collections. I handle referrals for an account that, if you get delinquent, everything else fails. I handle sending it to the attorney to begin the real heavy duty collection work. I am not a decision maker. I'm not. I'm the lonely peon that is answering the phone calls. But when it comes to meeting with the higher ups to make decisions, I'm not involved. I don't even know who's in those NZ meetings. I'm saying this for a reason. First, one goal is that I have to have the referrals to attorneys within 3 days of them being added to the list. Great. 80% of the time, I can do that no problem. Maybe even 90% of the time. Problem lies in that there are times I have to rely on other departments to do stuff. And sometimes, for whatever reason, being short staffed, just heavy workload, system acting up, or sheer incompetence, I'll call it what it is. Sometimes it takes a few days to get anything from other departments. That's including if I have their managers in the emails where I'm requesting information. And sometimes it takes months to get anything back. And for 2026, that's going to fall on my head. But that's not the worst part. I'm not permitted to have more than 3 written complaints for all of 2026. It's worth noting that really the only thing controversial I will say is please don't try and talk over me. Let's, not try and talk over each other so there's no miscommunication or anything. That's about the worst thing I will say. And even if I say it in an even nicer version than I did just now, they still say I'm being rude. Apparently, they think it's not rude to talk over someone else anytime they open their mouth. And I'm not talking about start speaking at the exact same time. I'm talking about I'll be in the middle of a sentence and they just start talking all over me. Sometimes yelling and cussing. That's about the worst thing that happens, and I've yet to have a person actually do a written complaint over that. The reasons why I have had written complaints were because of either A, other departments were screwing stuff up, like posting payments incorrectly, which I have nothing to do with. I don't post payments, I don't take money, I don't do any of that stuff. Or the higher ups make a decision that affects one of the customers that they don't like. And again, I don't know who was involved in said decision. I was not involved in it. I was just the bearer of bad news. But because I'm the only person that's taking calls, I'm the only name that they have. So guess whose name gets thrown in the complaints? And I have confirmed with the person that handles complaints that of the written complaints that have come in that have listed my name anywhere, a grand total of 0 have been because of anything I personally have said or done. It has been because of others, other decisions, other actions, other inactions, and I just so happen to be the name and the voice that they had. But for 2026, they're going to hold that against me. And it really, it really set hard on me. And it's almost like someone's gunning for me. That's the way it really feels like. And I've mentioned it to some people. And they said, those are the types of goals that you give for an entire department. And yeah, the past several months, it's been more or less a department of one. But they're wanting to hold me accountable seemingly for the actions or inactions of others. And if other people keep me from being able to do my job, of no fault of my own, they're going to hold it against me. If someone else gets mad because of a decision or action of someone else, they're going to hold it against me. And I'm just curious. Hearing this, do you think I'm right in feeling as though someone's gunning for me? Now, I don't know if it's my manager or my manager's manager. Up till a few weeks ago, they were both singing my praises, up until these meetings started about setting goals. It may be them, it may be someone above them. I don't know. I don't readily care. But based off the information that I provided, which is, to my knowledge, the only information that I have, that's literally the only information I have that's pertinent to this scenario. One, does it seem like someone has placed a bullseye on my back? Two, how do you think I need to be handling this? Should I just suck it up and push through, push harder? Or should I start looking for either a transfer to a different position at the same employer, or should I be looking to jump ship and find somewhere else to go, in hopes that no matter what, I can find a job where I'm, not having to deal with outsiders. Because yeah, I'll admit I'm kind of on the spectrum, and I'm not the best in the world when it comes to dealing with people. But still, being penalized because other people get pissed because of decisions other people make or screw ups of other people, that just ain't sitting right with me. So, what do you think? I'm legitimately curious. Am I overreacting, overthinking this, or do I need to start looking to make some changes? Either get to a different position or just jump ship entirely and go someplace else? Let me know what you think. Later.